Hello. I was busy editing this picture of my daughter with her new Polish chicks, and I thought, well, maybe some people want to know how to do this technique. So I'm taking 4 different pictures and putting them together because we wanted a picture with her holding one chick and having the other 3 chicks on her hat. And obviously that's not a very safe thing to do with baby chicks. So she held the one in one picture, and then we took separate pictures of all the chicks on the hat individually. And we're gonna take those pictures and put them all together. And I've already done it with this one. That one's already on top of her hat. And so I'm gonna kind of show you how we do the rest of it. And this is a useful technique for a lot of situations, especially like big families with lots of little kids, or it seems like nobody's looking at the camera and smiling at the same time. So if you need to swap ahead, this is how you would do it too. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this chick, and I'm gonna hit M, I believe, so I can select the chick. You can draw a box around it, make sure you get the whole thing, and then Control C will copy it. And we'll go back to the original here, and we'll Control V to paste it. So there it is. Obviously it's too big, way bigger than the rest. So I'm gonna Control T to like select it so I can resize it, and then you can make it as big and small as you want. And I like to kind of put it where I'm going to go and then change the opacity of the layer over here to about 60%. So you can kind of see through and see where the hat is and how big the hat really is. This is still too big. This is a pretty small chick compared to the other ones. Something like that, I think. And then put it back to 100%. Now we're going to zoom in so we can see what we're doing. Now, I didn't do it quite right because her hat is tilted back a little, and when I took a picture of these chicks, the hat was not tilted. So we're not going to see all of their feet, and that's okay. So now I'm going to add a layer mask. Down here, there's a little layer mask icon, and what that does, it adds a mask to this layer that your new chick is on, and when you paint with a paintbrush black over that mask, it disappears, and you see the layer below it. So you get rid of all that background stuff that you don't need anymore. And this is the part that takes forever, especially with feathers or hair. The big part isn't that. But then you gotta zoom way in, get a teeny tiny brush, and get all the little details. So right here, I wanna make sure the brim of her hat shows, because anything past that of the chicken would not be showing up. And I also, there wouldn't be this hat around its legs because that's all fallen back. So this is basically what you do around the whole outline of the bird, and I am not gonna record the whole process, but you get the picture. You go through and you erase everything except your subject. So I'm gonna pause the video here and come back when I'm done with this chick. Okay, that part's done. That chick is ready to go. He's pretty good. It's hard to get all the very edges, but unless you zoom in, you can't really tell. So I say it's good enough. Now this last chick, I think, we'll hit M again, select that guy or girl, can't tell yet. Copy, paste. And we have to resize and everything, but I think I don't want it facing that way. I want it to be facing in towards the rest of the hat. And so I don't know how weird it would look with the lighting coming from that side if the lighting was switched on this, but we're going to try it. So I right clicked on it and I'm going to flip it horizontal. Then we'll bigger you. And remember, we can lower the opacity to see through it. We'll put you like that maybe. Back up to 100%. Zoom in. I don't know. I don't think it looks too weird, so we're going to try it. And I'm going to make a new layer mask, click that mask icon, and start brushing off all the stuff in that layer that we don't want. And if you ever want to double check what you've erased. The slash button above the enter button, hit that and it'll show you, oops, it switched me to a white brush. Back to black, it'll show you where you've painted black with that red. And another thing you can do is kind of unclick that bottom layer, and sometimes you'll see that something's showing up over here that you missed, you know, so it'll help. And we can keep clearing that mask away. I think I'm going to bring the bird down a little more so you don't see its feet at all, because I think that would look weird. Now the key to success with stuff like this is making sure you have about the same lighting. Kind of basic plain background is easiest. This one's not matching up quite right because this part of the background was kind of pink on this picture and kind of blue on the chick picture, so that takes a little more effort. You really got to be good with those edges. So basically the same as before, get in really close, zoom really in, get a small brush, and just get everything out of there. And if you make a mistake, you just turn on your white brush and paint over where you want it to show through. And then the black brush will get rid of stuff again. Alright, so that one's done now too. So we've got all of them, and I flipped it back around just because it bugged me that the light wasn't coming from the same direction on all the chicks. So I hope that you can follow along and have fun with your own photos. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks!